doesn't really matter. Are we doing the YouTube thing?
Is that cool?
What, if we do it or not?
Yes.
I don't care.
I've already got it streaming.
Okay.
Cool. 30 seconds, all quiet.
Singing along
isn't just accepted,
it's encouraged.
encouraged. Just not too loud.
Thank you for your cooperation. chaoticradio.com.
The Black Lung, the Black Lung Show, 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 and starting fucking now.
We're back on air. This is the Black Lung Show live on the world famous chaoticradio.com. I'm your host, Ryan Pena. If my voice sounds a little bit more hoarse than usual, it's because I just got done singing with my band for the last 2 hours. We have a lot of gigs coming up, a lot of good gigs. I'm very excited to announce that. It's been a while. We've got multiple gigs coming up in lots of different cities, Orange County, LA, the Inland Empire. I'll get to that stuff later. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Just remember, be safe. You know, don't drink and drive and do heroin at the same time. That usually always ends up badly. And make sure you guys keep your kids safe. Don't let them do stuff. Fucking kids. I won't tell you my stories, but anyway, it's a Memorial Day, like I said. And just remember, too, while you're barbecuing, you're drinking beer, remember what this holiday is about, you know. I am a military veteran. I'm proud to say that. And that seems kind of weird sometimes for punk rockers to say that because we're supposed to be all anti. But I have nothing but respect for our brothers in arms in the service. And thanks to everyone that gave us the freedom to do this. You know what I mean? You got freedom of speech, right? And you've got this skinny little bastard has his own radio show called The Black Lung Show where we bring you the best bands and guests around. I'm excited today. Today is going to be a different day because I don't have anybody in studio with me except for the lovely Rachel. Rachel, how are you?
Doing well. How are you today?
Oh, I'm glad to be back. I missed you. It's been a couple weeks. I feel. Let me settle in here. All right.
I know. I was like, "Where's my Ryan? Ryan, where are you?"
Oh, I've been really busy. Oh, and let me say this too. There won't be a show on June 11th. I'm flying to Seattle. My daughter, I'm proud to say, is graduating high school, and so I'm going to go to see her out in Seattle. So no show that day, but there's going to be a lot of good guests coming in. Today's guest is a band called the Fatalities. They're going to be calling in a minute. I use the term "they" loosely, by the way. They're going to be calling in there from Arkansas. Holy shit! I didn't even know there were bands in Arkansas. So we're going to be getting to that. Let's see what else is going on. Today's a very important day in music. I don't know if you know this or not, Rachel. Do you know what today is?
No, what's happening today?
Today is not only the return of the Black Lung Show, it's the end of another. The one that got me started in this.
That's right. I read that like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I almost cried.
The mayor of the Sunset Strip is doing his last show tonight on, and they always say that too, the world famous K-Rock. Is it world famous? I don't know. I've been all over the place and I never asked anybody. You know, maybe I should have, like, when I was in Texas. Hey, have you ever heard of K-Rock? You know, but his last show's tonight and at midnight. I mean, that guy is the one that got, you know, well, that's the guy that introduced me to a lot of music. You know, I used to listen to Rodney on the Rock all the time, and I bought the albums. Look, check it out. I brought this in today. We'll do a special tribute to the main man, Rodney Bingenheimer. This is Rodney on the Rock. I love the compilations. I used to just listen to this, religiously, you can see how worn it is, right? Picked up this record, Doctor Strange. These are a lot of the bands that I listen to. I mean, listen to this compilation. And you could always go on, and this is what they played on the radio. He was the only one. The Adolescents, Agent Orange, Black Flag, the Circle Jerks, the Crowd, the Clan, the Nuns, Rick L. Ricks, the Simpletones, UXA. I've played with some of these bands. These are my heroes. These are my idols. So anyway, I guess all good things must come to an end. It's sad to say, but from what I've heard is that he's not going to stop doing it.
Right. He's just leaving K-Rock,
and that might be a good thing. I mean, they've been dicking him around for years. Sunday night show at midnight. He's a legend. He should be the face of that.
Right. And they never play or bring back bands that he introduces anymore. And
exactly.
Growing up in Tennessee, I even heard of him, and Tennessee was like 10 years behind in everything. And so, he brought in a lot of good bands.
All right.
Yeah.
That's true. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to find out what's going on in Arkansas, too, about that. But anyway, let's do this. Roddy, I wish you were listening to my show. But if for some reason you hear this show or you see it on YouTube, because we're on YouTube. By the way, hello, YouTube world. I'm all naked here in the studio. Not literally, but it's just me with the microphone and some records in front of me. Let's spin some vinyl. I love doing that here on the show, keeping it old school. I was trying to pick out which track I would start with. And this is going to be my segue into our next topic before we start talking to the Fatalities. Everybody right now that I know, well, mostly everybody except for Rachel and a few other bands are still out here going to some shows and doing some stuff out here. Everyone's in Vegas for the punk rock bowling. I've been to punk rock bowling. It's been a long time. I had a team with the record label that I was with. But God, it's been like 15 years. And it's changed a lot. I think they actually give out like real prizes because, when the bowling tournament was first starting out, the winner would get gay porn, which was fucking hilarious to us, but we didn't win. Anyway, let's spin some vinyl. This is the old Posh Boy bands. God, I'm excited. I love doing this. This is one of the reasons why I love Chaotic Radio, because I get to do that. Listen to the needle on the record. You're listening to Black Lung Show on the world famous chaoticradio.com. Thank you, Rodney, for everything that you've done. Here's the Crowd.
It's the right time, so I take you to the streets to be another kind. Oh, people, hurry, hurry, I can't be late, but I know that I'll be there at the right place, at the wrong time, at this time, when we can come in months apart. Once it begins, it can't be stopped. My telephone tone tells me I'm late. I know my friends are there at the right place, at the right time, at this time. I can do the love and the sound of a song, and if I deal with all of the other wrong, but evenings and I stand alone, wondering if I had made the right move at the wrong time, again this time. I look at my watch and I see it's the right time, so I hit the streets to be a wild kind. This is my last chance to get it straight. You can bet that I'll be there at the right place, at the right time, at this time, at the right place, at the right time, at this time.
The Crowd. You're listening to the Black Lung Show live on chaoticradio.com. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me say, for everybody that's not at Punk Rock Bowling, and for those that are listening, I really appreciate that. You know, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I do this out of love. You know, I want to do what Rodney did. I want to introduce the world to the bands that I listen to, the bands that I like, and I like going out and discover them. I discovered this band that we're going to be talking to in a little bit. So we played the crowd for another reason as well. The crowd they just did play Punk Rock Bowling. We know our brother Dutchie from the other shows here at Chaotic, one of the owners, by the way. He's out there. If you've listened to A Beautiful Disaster, or if you've listened to his shows, 78 RPM on Fridays, over the years, I think he's talked to Dennis from the crowd. He's been here in studio, sitting next to him, talking a few times. Were you part of that, Rachel?
Yeah, that was probably our second Beautiful Disaster show.
The second one?
Yeah, the second one. Chris and Dennis came in, and it was a lot of fun. But they've been in several more times.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We need to get them on the Black Lung Show. Do we have our guest on the phone, Rachel?
We do. We have Jess on.
All right,
line one.
Here we go. How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing great. How about you?
All right, brother. I'm doing good. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest right now is from the lovely state of Arkansas, and I'm guessing about that. I've never been there. But he's from a band called the Fatalities, and he's our guest. Welcome to the show, brother. I already asked you how you're doing, so I'm not going to ask that again. What's good? What's good, man? What's good?
Everything's good. What's good with you?
Well, I'm doing what I love, brother. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to Rachel. I'm talking to the listening audience. There's people listening all over the place. I appreciate all the people that were sharing the posts about today's show. I pay attention to that. Victoria Lynn out in New York, Joy Jett out in Vegas. I appreciate all the people sharing our flyers and our events, so you guys can check out great bands and discover great bands. So let me start by saying this: I was on Facebook, and I saw an ad, and it just said the Fatalities. Email us for a free track, and I was like, all right, fuck, why not? So I emailed you, and you sent me a track, and I was like, all right, man, it's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm quite proud of it. Yes.
So why don't you tell the listening audience a little bit about the band, because we talked on the phone a little bit, but tell us about the band, because it's not a full band, is it?
No, actually, the whole band is basically just me. I sing, I write all the songs, I play all the guitars, the bass, and the band is basically just me and whoever I happen to be hiring for drums.
Do they actually play drums, or you've got one of the machines in there?
No, I don't do machines. I just hire somebody that knows what they're doing.
You can see
how I do it.
You can see how I don't know what I'm talking about. You got one of those machines, the drum machines. I'm bad with all the music equipment. That's why I just sing in my band. So
I have a drum machine, but I only use it for like recording demos. You're never going to hear that stuff on like an actual recording.
All right, well that's good. That's good. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for a couple of years now. Our first full length came out in July of 2015, I believe. So about that long.
And what was it? What was that EP titled?
It was called Monk Rock.
Monk Rock. What's
yes.
The significance of that?
Say again?
What's the significance of Monk Rock? What does that mean?
I just thought it was a cool twist on words, punk rock, monk rock. And I wanted to do something that shows that this is something that's just a little bit different from your average, punk rock stuff.
Right. So how would you describe your music to the listening audience? We're going to play it, and they're going to make their own their own judges. They form their own opinions. I'm getting tongue-tied today. Like I said, I just got done singing for the last 2 hours, and I got lyrics still in my head. How has the response been to your music, especially over the internet, like how I found you?
The response has been pretty good, actually. Everyone who's listened to it seems to like it, so I'm pretty happy with that. And describing the music, sometimes I call it a rock and roll band, other times I call it garage rock or garage punk or whatever. But basically, we're heavily influenced by bands like The Stooges, MC5, Dead Boys, Misfits, all that. And we're also heavily influenced by bands like Black Sabbath and AC/DC, Motorhead, Jimi Hendrix, guys like that. And we try to combine the best of both worlds, like the punk rock energy with the big heavy riffs of the 60s and 70s.
Right, and I can hear that in your music. And every single band you just named, man, there's not one of those that I don't absolutely love. So I think you're on the right show. Let's do this before we go on with the interview. Let's let the listening audience check out what you guys sound like. So this song, Super Steve, that you sent me, is that one of the older tracks?
No, that only came out like a couple of months ago. That's from our new EP, which is called Fistful of Desire.
Ah, all right. So I'm completely backwards. You can see I'm a really good host too. Also, is there?
That's cool.
What you want to start with that track? 'Cause I think that one's pretty cool. And tell me who's Steve and why is he so super?
I just thought it was a funny song title. It's a superhero named Steve, and that's the entire story behind it.
So you wrote a song about a fictional character, Steve. Is his song lyrics about him? Does he have superpowers? Tell me about Super Steve.
Super Steve. He is a superhero, the most powerful, most alcoholic superhero of all time.
Sounds like my kind of man.
He gets his powers from alcohol.
He gets his powers from alcohol. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Alcohol-powered super freak is in the lyric.
It reminds me of a movie I saw. It's called Wolf Cop, where this cop gets turns into a werewolf and he gets more superpowers. Anyway, we'll get into that.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
it's a good movie. You should check it out. I think it's on Netflix. I think. Anyway, you guys are listening to the Black Lung Show live on chaoticradio.com. Here's your first track by the band from Arkansas. They're called the Fatalities. This is Super Steve. The Fatalities. You're hearing them first on the Black Lung Show. Did I just cut that song off, dude? Oh, maybe I should have muted your.
Only, I think you missed like maybe the last note.
All right, cool. I was trying to make sure I got that right. Like I said, I'm a terrible DJ, but I'm a sexy
Nah,
man.
it's cool.
All right, dude, that was cool. You know what I liked about it the most was that was a very heavy guitar riff in there.
Oh yeah.
That was I like that. I can hear the Stooges in there. I can hear that really the you had a lot of good distortion on that. I think that carries a song a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, this is something that I just thought about recently. Is that at the time that I was writing this song, I was also jamming with some friends, and one of the songs that we used to warm up with was "Aneurysm" by Nirvana, and I only thought about it here recently, but this song and that song, they have certain things in common. You know, there's a lot of sliding around on the guitar neck. So.
Yeah, that happens a lot. You know what I mean? If you're listening to a band, you start playing a song with your band, and you're like, "Oh shit, this kind of sounds like what I was just listening to." It kind of bleeds into it a little bit. So have you been in other bands before, or is this just your first thing that you're doing?
Oh, I've been singing for punk bands around where I'm at for several years now, and a lot of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing right now is just kind of the frustration from all that. You know, where I live, there's virtually no scene to speak of. Most people are playing like southern rock or like classic rock cover bands and stuff like that, and it's just hard to find people that are into punk rock around here. So I just reached a point where I was like, screw it. I'm just going to record everything myself and put it out there the best way I know I can.
Well, I think you just said it right there. I mean, the epitome of punk rock is the DIY lifestyle. And I don't think anyone can say that they're more do-it-yourself than you because you're just doing it yourself. So hats off to you, brother. I applaud you, brother. You're like, fuck these people in Arkansas.
Cool.
All these guys suck. They just want to go cow tipping. You know, they're still in love with President Clinton. I'm sorry, man. Do you see how ignorant I sound?
Nah, it's cool.
That's all the shit I know about Arkansas. President Clinton, and I'm sure there's a bunch of cows there. Is it?
Well, it's funny. It's like when people think of Arkansas, they usually think of one of two things. They think of hillbillies and incest. That's kind of like what we're known for around here.
All right. I was trying to do a little bit better, you know, and that's why I threw in the whole Bill Clinton thing. At least he got his dick sucked. Oh,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't believe
Which neither of those stereotypes are accurate, by the way, but, you know, for some reason, that's what we're known for around here.
Can you believe it, Rachel? You hear the potty that's coming out of my mouth. I'm sober. This is ridiculous.
No, you're fine. I agree with you though, Jess. I grew up in Tennessee, and it's very, very similar. Yeah.
Well, no, that's here's okay.
Cool.
I need you to educate me, Jess. All right. I am completely ignorant. I've been to a lot of states. I've done a little bit of touring, and a lot of my friends tour, and we always talk about places to play and stuff, right? So Tennessee, well, shit, you got Nashville, all right? So I mean, Tennessee's a spot, but Arkansas, I've never heard of anybody like stopping there, or I've never heard of a band coming out of there. Is there a band that you could actually name that was like that came out of Arkansas that was cool?
Oh man, a band that's cool. I mean, not since like the 1950s or something. I mean, Johnny Cash came from Arkansas.
Oh,
Sister Rosetta Tharpe, she came from Arkansas, and other than that, I can't really think of too many people. Which is why I'm in the situation that I'm in. I have to, like you said, do everything myself because, you know, can't find anyone else that's going to do it for me.
You just punked me on my own show. Johnny Cash is from Arkansas. There's no one more punk rock than fucking Johnny Cash. I love Johnny Cash.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you got
Johnny
one.
Cash is fucking awesome.
He is. He's the man. If I'd have known that shit, and I should have, I have a ton of his record, like cover his music. I should have brought that in. Oh, well. Well, anyway, I'm learning. So tell me about the band. I want to hear about the influence because I see a lot of the, I guess, like conceptual art, you know, and it's got a very cartoony feel to me. Is that something that you write about, like comic books and movies, or what's your MO with the band, or are you political, you know?
No, I wouldn't really necessarily say we're political. Sometimes we touch on certain things that I'm thinking about at the time, but yeah, a lot of our lyrics are kind of inspired by video games and comic books. Super Steve, you just heard, of course. And then I have other songs that are more autobiographical in nature, you could say. Songs that are more about things that I've personally experienced. And basically, it's just kind of like it's my band, so I just sing about whatever the fuck I feel like singing about.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about video games and stuff like that, and I can't believe this. Rachel, bear with me. You're gonna hear something you haven't heard in the show in, I don't know, you probably haven't heard it ever. A little bit of the nerd side coming out for me. I was fortunate enough to be born in the best era ever, I think. When punk rock was first coming out in the 70s, we had Ataris, we had video games, we had Star Wars, we had, arcades. The kids don't even know what an arcade is nowadays. I love video games. I used to. I'm old and I'm busy now. I don't get to play anymore, but I loved playing video games. Were you a big video game person, Rachel? Gamer? That's what they call them now, right? Gamers?
Yeah. Up until Super Nintendo. After that, I kind of started losing interest and switched over to comic books.
Oh, shit. So we're going to talk about comics too? All right. Let's see. Let's get our nerd on. All right. So here's my nerd question for you. This is the first time I've ever done it. I'm going to challenge Jess to make sure that you are a true gamer. And I use that for the old people gamers. I don't give a shit about the PlayStation or any of that kind of stuff. What is the code to get 30 lives on Contra?
It is up, down, left, right, BA start.
They got it. Select start if you have two players. You got it. All right, good job, my friend. It's kind of like engraved in our memories, right? The original.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'm surprised it hasn't ended up in a song yet. To be honest.
There you go. You're on the Black Lung Show. You just got some inspiration right there. Something you got. You've got aliens. You've got different guns. You've got secret codes. You got to save the Earth, and it's just you. I think you're running around with your shirt or like a Rambo type thing. What were your favorite video games as you were growing up?
Man, my favorites have always been fighting games. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken. Man, I used to love Mario, of course, but man, I've always been a big fighting game nerd. Those are my biggest, obviously the Fatalities. That's a Mortal Kombat reference.
We got it, brother. Fatality.
Yeah.
Right? You always got that with Scorpion was going to pull off his hood and blow smoke or fire at your ass and melt you to death. Fatality.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got that. And I remember, too, for when I was a little kid, when we would go to the arcade, I remember when Street Fighter 2 came out, and that was the fucking shit right there. You had a line of people.
It was the best thing ever.
It was, right? Because it was like we had our own competition where you would stand in line, and everyone would line up. You didn't even know anybody, and you just put your quarter up on a machine. That meant you're next, children.
Yep.
You put your quarter up there, and you got to pick a character, whether you be Blanca or Chun-Li. Look, I told you, I know this shit. Ryu, Ken. Anyway, let's do this before we scare off whatever listening audience that we do have. Let's play another track by the Fatalities. I'll let you pick, brother. You sent me like 5 songs. I got. Is it? You have one called Final Fight?
I have one that's just called Fight.
Oh, Fight. Okay, because it said Final afterwards. So we'll play that one since you're talking about fighting games. You guys are listening to the Black Lung Show on the world famous chaoticradio.com. I guess it's Jess from the Fatalities all the way in Arkansas, where Johnny Cash came from. Now I know. God, I fucking feel so stupid. Anyway, this is Fight. It's coming up right now. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Let's rock.
The Fatalities. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. That was cool. That was fight. I liked I liked how you tricked me. Like I thought the song was gonna be over, and it just kept going. You were just like, "Fuck that! I'm rocking too hard. I'm gonna play another verse." And then you're like, "I'm gonna do it again." And then I'm gonna give you this big giant rock and roll ending at the very end. Very cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
Very very cool stuff. So, are there plans for you to turn this project into a full band and take it out? And let me follow that question up with this question: what are your plans for the band?
It's absolutely what you just said. I want this band to become a real, actual band so we can start playing gigs and getting out there, which, as of right now, I'm still having to think about how I'm going to go about doing that. But now that we've got a couple of releases under our belt, I feel like it should be easier than it was before.
And so how are you planning on doing that? You know, are you gonna brave the fucking Craigslist nightmare and try not to get murdered? Or are you gonna go to like gigs and try to recruit people?
Whatever I have to do, man. Just whatever I have to do.
Hell yeah. He's like, fuck that. Whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good answer. If you could play with any band, if I told you if I was a promoter, these are the kind of questions I like asking because I just want to pick your brain. If I could tell you that you could play with any band at all in the world, one band that you get a chance to open up for, let's say you had a full band, and let's say I was a booking agent and I was booking you out here in Hollywood or something. What would be your dream act to open up for?
Oh, man. If I could do something with Iggy Pop, that would be, like, the best. Iggy Pop's, like, my idol. I love Iggy Pop.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
That's a great answer. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's nerd out some more. All right. So you said you're also into comic books. Now, again, the same thing with video games. I was very big into comic books when I was a kid, growing up in the 80s. I had my favorites. Nowadays, I don't know shit about comic books. I don't know what the hell's going on. I walk into a comic book store. I've done it recently. It's the same kind of thing when I walked into a skateboard shop with my son. We walked in the skateboard shop because he wanted to buy a board, right? I haven't skated since the 80s, right? So I'm looking around. I'm like, where's all the Pal Peraltas? Where's all the Santa Cruz? Where's Vision? Where's all this old and all this stuff I have active? And then I don't know all of this shit nowadays. It's completely different. Same thing with comic books. So. Are you a big fan of I'll start off with the nerdiest one, DC or Marvel?
DC or Marvel? Definitely Marvel.
Definitely Marvel. Good answer.
Yes, I love Marvel.
Rachel's right there too.
Really, to be honest, Batman's the only DC guy that I'm really that into, to be honest.
Batman is a shit. I do like the only other character I like from DC really is Lobo. I thought he was
I love Lobo too.
That's a cool
Lobo and Batman. Those are about the only two.
Right.
Yeah, I grew up with, Wonder Woman. So, of course, with the new movie coming out, I've got to get all excited about that one.
It looks good. I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I'm also a huge fan of Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't seen the second one yet. Have you guys seen that?
Not at all.
Have you seen the first one?
No.
What? Why?
I know. I cannot. I love going to see the movies, but then I get all like, that's not how it happens in the comic book.
Wow, look at Rachel, a traditionalist over here.
Yeah.
So, did you read a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy comics? 'Cause I really didn't. But
Yeah, not as much. It was mostly Marvel.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Rachel, it's
Spider-Man.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy is better than all the other movies. Just personally, because I'm a big fan of James Gunn. He's the director who did that, and his vision and his characters and his writing. All right, I'm going to keep going on. What about you, brother? What was your? We're talking to Jess. You're listening to the Black Lung Show. Look, stumbling again. Jess from the Fatalities. You listen to Black Lung Show on chaoticradio.com. Jess, what were your favorite comic books? And were there any comics that actually inspired some of the lyrics for your music?
I absolutely love X-Men. X-Men was always my absolute favorite growing up. And I was also really into Batman, like the old Tim Burton movie. That was like one that I would watch over and over and over again when I was like in kindergarten or something. So that X-Men is my biggest one. And, I like Marvel in general, like I said. Pretty much virtually any Marvel stuff I'm into. And then Batman.
So do you go out and see all these new movies when they come out, all the new Marvel movies? Are you excited about any of this stuff?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I go out and see them when I can, but the ones from the last year or so I haven't gotten around to. So. All
right. So what do you guys do for fun out there in Arkansas? I sound like a dick. I'm sorry. I'm seriously trying to picture this in, like I said, I haven't even heard of any of my friends stopping there on tour. Are there some venues close to you? And what part of Arkansas do you live in? I should have asked you that in the beginning, probably.
I live basically on the border of Arkansas and Oklahoma. It's a little town called Fort Smith.
Fort Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's one or two venues around here that play punk shows, but there's not very many.
Oklahoma. I was at remote. All right. I was there when I was in the Army, and I was
really?
I was stationed at Fort Sill. Yeah. And I was 19 years old, and I went to a bar, and there was a band there, and they were doing covers, and I went on stage and I sang Skulls from the Misfits with them, and then I started a bar fight, and then I ran away and let them all handle it, like the coward I am.
Nice, that is awesome.
Well, shit, I was scared, man. There was a lot of cowboy hats and fucking boots, and then I think there was 4 punks, and then all the other people were just like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And I had just met them. I just got on stage and started singing, so I was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." So I had to keep my face pretty, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't take any.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you see cowboy hats. Those dudes really do like to fight.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there was bar stools. It looked like a scene from Tombstone, man. It was awesome, and I saw it from afar. So where do you go see shows? And what's the last show that you've actually been to?
The best venue around here for punk shows where I live is a little bar called Heroes. They have some good shows every now and then. Other than that, I got to be honest, I don't get out too much. I'm a bit of a hermit. I stay in my bedroom and I work on my own shit, basically.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if I may offer some advice, brother, that's the best way to get out there is you got to go out there and meet people, man. You got to support the scene. That's what this show is all about. I bring in different bands every week because I want to let the listening audience, check these guys out, man. Listen to them, Obviously, I want people to check out the Fatalities and download your stuff. You guys are on iTunes. You have why don't you plug your web presence? Where are you at?
Okay, so you can find us on thefataliesmusic.bandcamp.com. That's where you can download all of our stuff. We're also on Spotify, and you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/thefataliesmusic. You always want to type the Fatalities music when you're searching for us.
What do you have?
Otherwise, you'll find other people.
Ah, all right. That's good to know. Sometimes you'll get on one of those weird internet adventures, and all of a sudden you're just looking at little Thai boys, and you're like, "Oh shit, how the fuck did I get here?" Sorry about that. It hasn't happened to me. My friend told me. Anyway, let's play some more music. Why don't we? Let's play some more Fatalities. Because why does the world have to be this way? Really shit. I don't know.
Ryan, you don't want to get yourself in trouble.
I always
Play
do
some
it
music.
again. Oh, and I'm sober. This is ridiculous. Voice is going and everything. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is the Fatalities. We'll be back.
Why does a girl I love have to hate me so damn bad? And why do the best of people have to lose all they ever had? Why do some of us grow old while others die so sick? And why does everybody have to be such a fucking prick? Why does the world have to be this way? Why does the world be this way? Why does the world be this way? Why does the world be this way? Why does an honest man get betrayed by the one he trusts? And why does innocence become a victim of us? Why does one work so hard just to get killed by a gun? And why does a mother have to bury her own son? Why does the world be this way? 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 Why does the world be this way?
Fatalities once again. You're listening to the Black Lung Show live on chaoticradio.com. We're winding down on the show. Is there another show after us?
There is not.
Oh, there's not. All right. Well, what else? Let's do the plugs right now because we plugged your websites and stuff like that. I always have a segment on my show, Jess, and it's called Show Some Love. I know that sounds real tough and everything, right? But basically, just so you guys know, I mean, the whole reason I do this, I'm a musician. I've been in the industry now for a little over 20 years, promoting, managing bands, all that kind of stuff. And I understand the world, and I want to give back, and that's what this show is about. I introduce people to new music. I let artists come in here and share their music. And I always ask everybody, I mean, you got to give back. You got to show some love. You go out and support scene. Go out and support scene. Look how dumb I sound. Go out and support the scene. Go out and watch some shows. Go out and support some bands. That's what this is all about. So at this moment, I said the show some love thing is I let the band or the guest show some love to some people that they think we should check out. Or, again, maybe this is the wrong question to ask you. Are there bands in Arkansas that you've seen, or even around surrounding areas, or even some fucking weird obscure bands that you want to plug because you dig them?
As far as Arkansas bands, I would like to plug a local band called Not On Your Life, which is a band I used to sing with, and they're still going, and they're a very, very good band. You can find them on Bandcamp. They're kind of along the lines of a Poison Idea. Very good.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And other bands, my favorite independent band right now is a band called One Eye Doll. I don't really know how to describe their musical style because they switch around a lot. They sometimes they play metal, sometimes they play folk or punk or whatever. But the bottom line is it's some of the best songwriting that you're ever going to hear. And one of the best live shows I've ever seen that really inspired me to do what I'm doing right now, which is, start this Fatalities thing, forget about the bands and stuff, just get the music out there. And other bands that I like, let's see, Boris, the Japanese band, Guitar Wolf, The Dwarves, Electric Frankenstein. Those are all very, very good bands that I really love.
Cool. There you go. I love that. You can see right now, and you can watch this too on YouTube later. You can see the podcast. I don't know why you'd want to. It's really fucking boring because it's just be sitting here with a microphone.
There's actually a really lively chat going on.
Oh, there's a great chat, but I'm saying if you just watch on YouTube, hey, I'm watching these guys talk. But I show you, look, brother, I've got an Electric Frankenstein tattoo. I covered some of their music. Those guys are friends of mine. They came out and
I love that band.
They're a great band. And the other guys that I'm really good friends with, Simple Six, just toured right now, and they were out and playing some shows with Electric Frankenstein out in New Jersey. There's the One Eye Doll band you mentioned. I don't know who they are, so I'll check them out. And that's what I do. I go out and I check out bands, and the same way I found you, I heard your music and just hit you up, say, hey, shit, you want to be on the show? If you're in a band and you can hear my voice, I don't care where you're from. If you got some music that doesn't suck, you can email that to me over at blacklungshow@yahoo.com or to my new booking agent extraordinaire, who's going to be helping me with this stuff because I'm kind of busy. Rachel, why don't you want to give out your email?
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, should we do that on live air? Because I don't want people to send you dick pics or nothing.
No.
I'm just saying. I want you to be clean and be nice to Rachel, fuckers.
That's right, or we'll find you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it will be a fatality. Look at that! Fucking transition. Look, I'm actually getting good at this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. If you want to be on the Black Lung Show, you can email Rachel, and her email address is
Rachel@chaoticradio.com.
And that's spelled K or chaotic radio spelled with a K, not a C, because we're crazy.
Yeah, and then it's RACHEL, no extra A, very plain Jane.
Nothing like that? No upside down PH first or silent letters?
No.
That's good. I knew that answer. I'm just trying to be funny. It only works every once in a while. But let's see. Plugging, what else? I was talking about this earlier. I actually wrote notes for the first time. Not questions, because I'm not that smart. But my good friend Eric, who also books for the Mission Tobacco Lounge. He's in a band. I sang for him for a little bit. I didn't have a chance to commit because I love my band so much, and this is a great band. It's very different, post-punk, punk, experimental, crazy band. They're called Bacon. I mean, that's a great name for a band right there, Bacon, because who the fuck doesn't love bacon, right? So if you're in the Inland Empire area, like Riverside, Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, or somewhere close, you don't mind driving. Maybe in Temecula area, look them up. You look up Bacon, and you'll see a pig there, and he's got a crazy looking face. That's my homie's band. He's looking for a brand new lead singer, so check them out. Also, check out Erratic Graphics, ERRATIC, Erratic Graphics. You can check them out on Facebook. They're the ones that designed, Berto. That's his company. He's the one that designed the last two logos for my band, Something Ferocious. The wolf logo that we have, and then the skateboarding demon monster kind of thing. So he's really good. He's a good friend of mine. You should check him out. If you're looking for a graphic artist, man, that guy I highly, highly recommend. All right? Let's see. Shows coming up. Let's hit the calendar section real quick. Let's check it out. Rachel, this is why I'm so excited. This is where I've been gone for a little bit. I've been a little bit busy. We've been booking. We've got some shows, and if you get a chance, come out and hang out with us, all right?
I would love to.
All right, cool.
I didn't realize I was supposed to answer that for a second.
It's all right. It's all right. That's why we do what we do.
But for everyone listening, also please join us.
Please come out and hang out with us. These are going to be all over the place. All right. Last minute show just got added, and I didn't write down who we were playing with. God damn, I'm terrible. We're playing next Saturday, June 3rd at the Highbrow in Upland. There's a tattoo shop right next door, and again, I already forgot what they're called. It's their grand opening. We're playing with Big Mess. That's it. We're playing with Big Mess from LA, and that's got Chad from that band Easter in there, I believe. And then the other band, American Girlfriend. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I remember American Girlfriend. I haven't played with them yet, but heard nothing but good things about them. July 8th, make sure to come out and party with us over at the Prospector. That's in Long Beach, California. That's going to be a special one, especially for me. Well, these next 3 are going to be special. Check this out. It's going to be fucking awesome. My best friend, Frank, from the Trancers, he's the lead singer. It's his birthday. So we're going to be sharing the stage with them and Archie. Archie Danny, she does a lot of the greatest... She's a great booking agent, and she puts on a lot of great shows. It's her birthday as well. So she's putting on a show. We'll be there. My band, Something Ferocious, the Trancers, and then our good friends, you've heard them here in studio a couple times from San Diego, the Fok Wolves. That's a fucking killer band. And make notes of this here, Jess. The Fok Wolves. You want to check this band out. They're great. They had a brand new album come out. You can go back and check them out when they were here in studio with the White Demons. Hopefully we think we got that on YouTube. Did we? I don't know.
All right. Awesome.
And then the last 2 shows that we've got booked up, and this is why I do what I do. I'm so excited to announce this. Look, I'll even hold it up so YouTube can actually see something. I'm playing on August 27th at the Mission Tobacco Lounge. It's a Friday night. That's in Riverside, okay? And we are going to be opening up for this icon. Check that out. Rachel?
Hold it closer to me.
Who is that on this vinyl that I'm holding up?
Oh, that's fucking Mike Watt.
We're playing with Mike Watt. We are fucking opening for Mike Watt and the Second Men. So that's going to be fucking awesome. You guys got to come out and check that shit out. We're opening the show. Mike Watt's playing early, like around 10 o'clock. And then also announced, and this is kind of tying into the whole chaoticradio.com family, because you guys have heard Greg on my show. He has his own show now called The Greg Dixon Show every Saturday starting at 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't know how he gets up that early. But his is the music show, and we're playing with his band, Toxic Energy. It's going to be the first time that me and him have actually shared the stage for the first time ever. And we're really excited because we're both opening with this punk rock legendary band, The Vibrators. We are going to be playing with The Vibrators down in Long Beach. You've got to be there. And if you ever take a train,
exciting.
Rob somebody, get out here, Jess. You can cruise out to California and see all sorts of great bands. There's so many shows going on all the goddamn time.
I'd love to, man. I really would.
Yeah.
Well, come in.
It sounds like a great scene.
It's fun, man, and we got a lot of great bands. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of great guests coming on my show and then other shows as well. So check it out. Spread the word. If you find a band, send them my way, and we'll interview them. We've got a great studio in here. There's fridges full of beer. I'm not drinking any today, but Rachel's cool.
That's right.
I'm extremely handsome. I gotta stop saying that shit. I mean, I got a mirror. I know what I look like. And now I'm on YouTube, and everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Little fucking 125-pound, 40-year-old man.
No way. They're gonna be like, "Look at that hottie."
Yeah.
So I actually have a show to throw out there as well. On June 3rd, it's going to be Rated X versus Long Numbers, and Horty Toad is also going to be at that show. And that is going to be at the VFW in Redondo. Show starts at 9 p.m. and goes until 2.
Outstanding. Well, my friend, we are running low on time on the show. Is there anything else you want to say while you're on air? And again, you're welcome to come in here if you're ever down in our neck of the woods. And chill out with us here in the studio. This is your home for great rock and roll. This is chaoticradio.com, and this is your show, The Black Lung Show. Jess from the Fatalities, thanks for being my guest. Any last parting words?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, check us out on Bandcamp. Listen to our music. Check us out on Spotify. That's all I had to say. Just listen to our music. It's the reason I'm making it.
Did I miss
For
any?
you listen to.
Did I miss any shows that you wanted to plug?
Yeah, I want to plug?
No, that
Oh,
Jess wanted to
Jess,
plug.
is there any shows you want to plug?
In Arkansas, no, not really.
Okay.
You got to make one, man. You got to make a show out there.
Go to the
I'm working on it, dude. I'm really working on it.
Well, cool. When you do, you let us know. You can always email me. Thanks a lot, brother. We're going to end the show real quick because we got to get out of here. Thanks again for calling in. This is Jess from the Fatalities. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
All right, thanks, Jess. Bye.
All right. Well, there went Jess. That was a fun show. We got to talk about comics and some video games for the first time ever, I think. I don't think we ever done that, right? Have we?
What's that?
We haven't talked about comic books or any nerdy stuff, really.
No, not yet. So that was a first,
All right.
at least for me and you.
Yeah. Well, and from what I remember, it's a first for me too. But I can say that about a lot of stuff, though. Anyway, we're gonna end the show, and I got to go do some stuff. I hate being old and busy. I was trying to think of how I wanted to take us out of the show today, and so I was going through my old record collection, and I was looking to see if I could find something that would be pertinent for today, right? I had to go through a lot of fucking records. I mentioned that my daughter's graduating from high school, and I'm going to be flying up to Seattle to go see her on the 11th. I also have, there's 3 other kids in my house right now. One's our son, Matt, and then we've got a couple of foster girls that are staying with us for now until she starts college, one of them. And so I'm going to dedicate a song to my foster kid, Sabrina. She's graduating on Thursday from Cajon High School. And I was looking through, and I was like, what perfect way to end this show? To spin some really old, torn-up vinyl. You know what that album is?
No clue.
No clue, really? All right.
I'm so bad.
That's all right. Rachel's getting a rock and roll education as well as all you guys. The album, if you look it up at YouTube, this is $1 Billion Babies. This is Alice motherfucking Cooper. So we're going to end it on some vinyl taking us out. Because school's out, motherfuckers. Well, it will be soon. I think Thursday. School's out. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in.